Nicole?
Yes.
How you doing? I'm
Good.
Andrew. Nice to meet you. You ready to get in shape? We got 12 weeks to whip that body into shape?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's kind of see where we're at. Come on back here. So tell me a little bit about what you've done fitness-wise and what you're looking to accomplish for yourself.
Yeah, so I am in year 2 of working with a personal trainer. I had spent a solid year with a female that was young at a gym local in Riverside, and it was a good jump start for me because I had never done one-on-one training, it's been since college, so it's been a long time. So I've had 2 kids. I'm married and I have 4 that are in our family now, so a big blended family. So
Awesome.
Just lots of chaos and kids and schedules and all the fun things. So the gym was never a priority to me until about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Where it was like, if I can fit it in, it would happen on a rare occasion, but it was never like, this is a part of my week and this is a part of my structure.
Perfect. So what made it a priority for you? What changed that actually made it so you set the time apart for your schedule and really got after it for yourself?
I would say there was 2 parts to that. It was the way that I was feeling. So I'm in my mid-30s, creeping closer to 40, and I started seeing the physical changes that we generally start to see at that age. To where I'm usually a pretty small, petite stature, but it was like, oh, my pants aren't fitting the same way, or oh, I don't like the way I look when I put this on. And so that kind of stemmed it, but then it was also just the stress.
The stress?
Yeah.
So, good stress reliever?
Yeah.
All right. Now, do you have any type of restrictions, any injuries that we need to know about?
Yes, I've had some surgeries. I don't know that I would call them restrictions, but I've had an L5-S1 fusion. I had that when I was 22. I don't have any pain or any sciatica issues, but I am much more stiff than obviously your average person. So stretching is a big thing for me, and I'm not really good about doing it. I need to work on that. And then I had a labral repair in 2017 from a car accident.
Okay.
So a lot of my left side has had some compromising issues that have just been kind of band-aided or have just not gotten the full repair. But I also, I'm a kinesiology degree by major, and then I worked in orthopedics and PT for almost 8 years. So I'm very familiar with like muscles and body structure, but I'm probably your worst patient, so.
That's going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Did you actually go through all your rehab, or did you tend to do it like I did when I ruptured my bicep? I was like, oh, I can do this by myself.
No, I'm a rule follower.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I literally went to PT for an entire year for my back, and then I went to PT for a good 6 months for my shoulder.
Nice.
The big issue for me was just that the whole goal was, I was a college athlete, I played softball, so I wanted to be able to regain all of my power and strength in throwing that I had once before without having any pain, and I don't have that. So
Perfect.
it's kind of a bummer.
Okay. Do you see any mobility issues on anything that you do? Any mobility restrictions?
Yeah, again, just because of that stiffness and tightness, I don't have the range of motion that I once had. But I don't really know what to compare that to because my ROM wasn't great even when I was injured with both injuries. So I don't know that I don't have a good measure to really be able to tell you like, yeah, it's debilitating or not. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to find out and kind of see what that. Now, in terms of your body, what would you like to see most changed or most improved on yourself?
Actual muscle growth. I have had like the tiniest little bird legs for my entire life, and I always tell like my trainers or friends like I want to carry underbird legs.
Okay, the wife's most hated Monday Night Football dance.
Yeah, she's amazing. I love her.
She does have great legs in that.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of that's going to come down to how we feed you. It's not just always the training, but how we feed you determines what the training does. So in this process, we're going to get your food right. And what you're going to see is we're going to start you at a baseline of calories, kind of run your calories up and let your metabolism kind of repair itself. And then we can kind of see where we're at and then make the adjustment there. Fitness is an ever evolving. It's one of those things I always say, you do become happy during the process, but you're never satisfied. Everything always changes. You start to see the change that you want, and then you want more. So our goal is always constantly change those workouts to see those goals happen for yourself. In essence, are you looking to lose weight, gain weight, maintain weight, but kind of change the structure of your body?
So I don't really care about weight.
That's the best answer I've ever heard.
In this process, weight was not, I used to be like hyper focused on like, oh, I don't want to get over 125. I don't care about that.
Good.
I know I have been the same pant size for the last 12 years and I've seen it start to like taper down when I get super lean. But the other side of that is like, as my muscles have gotten bigger, like I might have to now increase it because now my legs have gotten bigger, but my waist is smaller. So I don't really care about that. It's more of just seeing the growth. I have a pretty good baseline I feel like I'm starting from to where I was from 2 years ago, because food was a big thing that we focused on with my previous trainer.
Good.
So she had me on a plan that, again, she kind of changed as time went on, but food was about 80% of what our goals were. And then if I fell off that, I mean, it's great to go to the gym, but that doesn't, it's not going to make me look any different if I'm not doing what it is that we like put forth into doing.
Now, do you have any dietary restrictions or?
No. So I know when she did mine, she didn't put me as high of a carb number as maybe she would have for one of her other clients. So she dropped my carbs to like mid 80s. And then she slowly increased me when I wanted to like bulk and then try to cut again after year one. But yeah, it didn't have any impact because mine is all based on caloric intake carb, and I carb count everything, not just because of food, but because I have to for my insulin.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's kind of see where your baselines are at. We're gonna we're gonna get your weight because that's gonna be our nice little baseline. Like I said, I don't care about weight either, but it's kind of how we figure out the formula of how we're changing the body recomposition of yourself.
Sure.
So let's go get your weight first, and then we'll kind of measure you up. We're not actually going to use this machine. I just want to get your weight. There's so many different ways to get the composition of your body. A lot of trainers use the end body because it's a formulated, it's just easy for you to figure out. Me personally, I like to do skin fold calipers because it actually gives you some tangible evidence of what improvement we're making and what areas that we're moving. So let me just get your weight on here. So just step on here. So we're gonna measure you two separate ways. We're gonna do skin fold calipers, and then we're also gonna do a tape measure so we can kind of see where the inches are coming off, and then also where the subcutaneous fat is changing for you. So let me have you stand right here, and I'm just gonna work my way around you. We're gonna go 4 areas. We're gonna go shoulders, we're gonna go your waist, we're gonna go your glutes, and then we're gonna go your legs, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm always going to look at is this total here, 156.8. Okay. That's the total skin fold measurements that we've had. Now that in essence is all the subcutaneous fat that you have on top of the surface. You have 2 different body fats, subcutaneous and visceral fat. Visceral is underneath the muscle. There's no way to really measure that, okay? The subcutaneous is what we can really go off of that. Okay, so you're 125.9, okay? Based off of this, and this is just a formula, comes out to about 33.6% body fat. Mm-hmm. The true measurement of your progress is gonna be this number here and where that is at the end for you. We see those measurements come down no matter what's going on that weight. We're making you leaner, okay? We're making you tighter, we're building lean mass, we're lowering the body fat. Based off that formula, out of that 125.9, about 84 pounds is lean mass, 42 pounds is body fat, okay? We're gonna get this way down. Now, would you say you're pretty active throughout the day, or are you more sedentary?
Active.
Active? Okay. So you're constantly moving around.
All the time. I own a construction company.
So you're busy, busy, busy.
I'm on job sites most of the time.
Perfect. Okay. Now on a daily basis, how many calories would you say you intake right now?
I'm probably somewhere around like 15 to 1700.
Good, good. Okay. So based off your measurements, your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate, is 1,061 calories. That's what you burn at resting a day. Everything else that you do throughout the day is just gonna add to that calorie burning for yourself, okay? So your workouts, your moving, everything like that is where you're gonna see you create more caloric burn for yourself.
Okay.
Our goal is to get you up to your maintenance calories, okay? For someone like you, I would probably say that's gonna be around 21 to 2,200 calories. Okay. Now that's not losing weight, that's not gaining weight. That's burning, intaking the amount of calories that you have that you are burning in a day. Okay. By doing that, that's gonna give us a lot more leeway to play with things when we do try to cut you or when we try to bulk you, depending on where we're at when we get you up there.
Okay.
In essence, where I'm gonna start you at is about 1,500 calories to start.
Okay.
You come back in 2 weeks and we see weight drop or a positive change for you, we're gonna bump those calories up, okay? Following week, if we see a weight drop or even maintain, we're gonna bump those calories up until we see that we've reached that baseline. Okay. At that point, then we can kind of look at you and kind of go, where do we wanna go with this? Do you feel lean enough to where we can really focus on building that lean mass for yourself? Do you wanna lose a little bit more of that subcutaneous fat? That's all to be determined based off of what your body does on that training. Okay. Now, what time do you get up in the morning?
About 6.
6 a.m. Okay. When would you say you have your first meal right now?
Most days it's between like 7 and 7:30.
Good. So you eat pretty quick when you get up.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So what I'm doing is I'm planning out your day in terms of meals. Now, can you follow it to the minute? Probably not, but it's a great guideline of where you should get in your meals. So what I would love to see you do, you get up at 6, I want your first meal in by 6:30. Okay. Second meal in by 9:30. Third meal in by 12:30. Fourth meal in by 3:30. Final meal in by 6:30. Okay. Then we can start playing with when we start bumping up your calories. If we need to add an extra meal, give you more time throughout the day. If we want to just increase the food during the specific meals. But creating a structure of when you intake your calories is a great way for your body to trust what you are doing with it. When you go those long range periods of time without eating, then your body doesn't know when it's going to get calories and then it starts storing that food. Okay. Is there any foods that we need to stay away from?
No.
No?
No. I don't have any food allergies.
Good.
There's things I don't like, but I don't have any food allergies.
So what don't you like?
I'm not a big seafood person.
Okay. Okay. Are you more of a lean protein like a chicken?
Yes.
Okay, versus say a fattier like ground turkey or lean ground beef?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do, most of mine is chicken and a lean, like 99 to 1 ground turkey.
Perfect. Okay. So.
Lots of taco seasoning.
So macro wise, okay, we're gonna start you off at 1 gram of protein per body weight. So we're gonna start you off about 126 grams of protein. That's really not gonna change, okay? Now, if we start dieting and we cut carbs, then you may see your protein come up, but it's not gonna really adjust from that stuff. Okay. I do wanna start you off about 130 grams of protein. Now, we'll start when we increase your calories.
Protein or carbs?
Carbs.
Carbs, okay.
We will play with the carbs and fats, and that's where you're gonna see those bumps in food. 1 week we'll start with carbs, the next week we'll see with fats. We'll kind of see what your body does and see what it reacts best to for yourself. Any questions for me on that?
No.
No? Okay. Now, when I set your meal plan, okay, everything's gonna be spaced out for you, okay? And every food item is gonna be there for you. Now, if you need some flexibility, you need some different items to do, then we wanna work in MyFitnessPal and kind of match protein for protein, carbs for carbs, fats for fats, okay? All right. How does everything sound so far?
Pretty Pretty standard.
Okay, perfect.
It's more carbs than I usually eat and higher fats, but I only know what I've done previously and I don't think it really.
Well, let's see what it does,
Yeah.
okay? We'll know very quickly if that's the right formula or if that's the wrong formula.
Sure.
The easiest way to build your lean mass is through glycogen.
Sure.
Carbs are gonna turn to glycogen first before anything else, then fats, and then proteins, okay? So we'll know right away by your measurements and by your weight what if what we're doing is right or if what we're doing is wrong, and then we just change it.
Sure.
There's no set structure that is always going to work for every single person. Everybody's different.
Sure.
So it is a lot of me getting to know you, okay, and know what your body does to find the right formula for you. All I can do is make assumptions right now.
Sure.
Okay.
Makes sense.
All right.
So am I plugging all this into my FitnessPal?
Nope. I am going to set you with the meal plan.
Got it.
Now, if you want to make changes to your plan, that's when you're going to use MyFitnessPal to create that variety for yourself.
Got it.
So maybe I get you chicken and you are tired of chicken. Then choose a protein item that you want, match it through MyFitnessPal
Got it.
to meet the macros that we have for you and the calories that we have for you.
Got it.
Okay. All right. You excited? You ready to get going? Perfect. We are off and running. All right.
Cool.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too. Thanks.
All right.